Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode of Fire Emblem Engage. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. I'm having a fantastic day. This is it. This is probably the last episode. All we have left to do is the final chapter. And we actually access it from up here rather than a spot on the world map. So I think without further ado, let's just go for it.
The final battle is upon us. When you are ready, we will move the Somniel itself to the portal. Once we face the Fell Dragon, there may be no turning back. Are you ready of mind and equipped for what's ahead?
I am ready to go. Let's do it.
The Somniel is ascending. We should reach Sombron soon. Let's win this battle, and then return home together.
Yes, of course.
Marth, what's happening to you?
I can't hide this any longer, can I?
Hide what?
There's something I should tell you before we arrive. The portal has destabilized our world. I lack physical form, as do the other emblems. We may not be able to hold ourselves together.
I had no idea. I wish I had realized. But if the portal is doing this, then it's only temporary, right? After we close it, you and the other emblems will recover.
The moment the portal closes, there will be a great distortion. We will not be able to withstand it.
What are you saying?
When the battle is done and the portal closed, all emblems aside from you will cease to be.
You mean, if we defeat Sombron, if we close the portal, we'll lose you and the other emblems?
Yes.
We've been together this whole time, and now you're just going to disappear? Please, Marth. I don't want to lose you and the others. We need you.
Leaving the portal open would doom this world. Would you prefer that?
No, but...
We emblems came into existence in order to aid this realm. We would do anything to protect the people of Elyos, even if it means our end.
So our promise to rebuild Elyos together, our plan to see the world, none of that is possible?
I'm so sorry.
There's no need to apologize. I've asked so much of you. Too much. But when I thought about a future with you by my side, I felt truly happy.
There is a promise I can still keep. In Lethos, the day you awoke, what did I say when you summoned me? Your ally, until the very end.
I remember.
I will never break that promise. Until this war's end. Until my own. I will stay by your side.
You're so kind, Marth. You've always been so kind.
You are too. That's why we've made it this far. More than your strength. It's your care for others that has brought us all here.
Thank you.
Now prepare yourself. We'll arrive at the portal soon.
I'm ready. So this is the portal to other worlds.
It's beautiful, but very cold.
You two, here.
Sombron!
Papa,
I did not expect you to survive, let alone reach me here.
We've come to stop you from destroying Elyos.
I am done with your worthless world. Return to it and shut the portal. Live in peace there. You stay in your world. I now leave for other ones. That should satisfy us both.
You're going to return and attack Elyos again. We'll never believe you wouldn't. And you've caused too much suffering, too much loss, to run free. We will defeat you right now, and prevent you from invading any other worlds.
Invading other worlds? You think my desire is so simple?
Am I wrong?
Invasion is merely a means to an end. What I seek is a reunion. A reunion with Zero Emblem.
Zero Emblem?
I've not heard word of this before.
Of course not. That emblem is not of your world, nor am I.
What do you mean?
Beyond this portal lie infinite worlds. One of them was my home. It had its own emblem rings, and a war arose to control them. My kind lost. The enemy used the ring's power to slaughter my relatives. All of them. I was very young. Our enemies granted me alone the mercy of exile.
You mean they sent you to Elios?
A peaceful world, ruled by godlike dragons. I was meant to live a quiet life there. But I brought something with me, unknown to them. A single emblem ring.
Zero Emblem.
In my world, known as the Emblem of Foundations. With my power, unable to speak, legend said this emblem fought without aid. So much ambition, and no allies. That story showed me the way forward in my complete isolation. I was trapped in this world, without friends or family. Only that emblem gave me comfort.
Whoever it was must have been mighty indeed. An emblem should not be able to survive traveling from one world to another. To stay in form in a new world, even for moments. I've never heard of such power.
Now you want a reunion. So, that emblem is gone.
Exactly. And all because of villagers that found me a few years after I arrived. They mistook me for an abandoned child. They pitied me. My first connection in your world. Soon after, the emblem deserted me, leaving only the ring behind. And why? For bonding with the people of this world. I despaired, and then I reduced their village to ash. I swore to forego all bonds in pursuit of my ambitions, as my emblem had. I fought alone, confided in none, preparing to return to my world, to exact revenge. I needed pawns for my plan, and territory. I spent years amassing it all. Then I attacked.
So, the war 1,000 years ago. That's what it was about?
But Papa, you weren't alone in this world. Mama loved you deeply. Your believers, your attendants, my siblings, Sepia, Chris, Marnie, Mavir, my brother and me. Everything we did was for you.
As I said, pawns. Acting on my command and mine alone. Meant to be used and discarded. Deaths which mean nothing.
That's why you killed them all. But what about us? You wanted us to die?
You were no different to me.
How horrible.
You can't be right about your emblem. You weren't left behind.
What?
A solitary warrior like that emblem would know how hard it is to be alone. And would stay by your side, sparing you that loneliness and exile. Until you weren't alone, and had new people in your life. Until you were okay. Don't you think more than anyone, a true friend like that wanted you to have those connections?
You know nothing. Nothing at all about my emblem.
That's true. But if your emblem disappeared without a word, then you don't either. No one does.
All the more reason to be reunited. I will scour world after world.
Sombron, the emblem of foundations is no more. You can search and search, but there's no point. You might meet the original here, but emblems are not the same beings. We are not them. You will never be reunited with your emblem. Ever again.
Be silent.
I can only imagine how much resentment you feel. But to sacrifice so many others, to be so selfish you destroy the world, kill your own children, it's all just so wrong.
I said be silent. You are speaking of things you do not understand. If not for my emblem, I would have died powerless, small. That emblem had the strength to stand alone. Unlike you, huddled together, whining like dogs. Such a warrior showed me the meaning of all existence. Fight alone. Take revenge.
You're wrong. That's impossible. No emblem wants to see a world destroyed. We aid people through our bonds with the divine dragons. We are a force for good. We would never choose to let our power be exploited for evil.
Enough of this nonsense. I won't let you stop me or sway my intentions. I have striven for this for thousands of years. If you intend to stand in my way, you will die.
What if Sombron's emblem isn't actually a good emblem? What if it's actually like an emblem containing the power of like a previous Fire Emblem boss, for example? Like that could be real.
This is it. Prepare for battle, everyone.
Okay, so here's our battlefield. Now, one thing I will say, I fully expect this to go to like a phase 2, where we defeat him, and then there's essentially a second battle immediately afterwards where he takes on his big dragon-y form. That's how it usually goes in most Fire Emblem games, so that's kind of what I would expect. Because also, like, there's what? 10 units here, plus Sombron? Like, we can wipe these guys almost immediately. Oh, they all have legendary weapons. Or at least mostly. What do you have? A Fortify Staff and a Fortify Staff. Which what? Raises... Okay, it's a healing staff. Heals everybody. Okay. And then over here we've got... Yeah, just lots and lots of legendary weapons. Okay. Makes sense. Let's see. Well, let me do some preparations. Since this is the final battle, we're going to go all out, make sure that, like, rather than heal staves, we're bringing mend staves, and, like, we're bringing all of our best stuff. Because there's no sense in saving anything at this point. This is it. This is the final battle. So let me do some prep, and then we'll give this a go. I think we are ready, although I just realized I forgot to move people around, but honestly, this looks pretty alright. Yeah, I think I'm good with that. We'll just switch a couple people. This should be fine. Alright, let's save it real quick. And let's go.
You dare turn your blade on me. You dare interfere with that which I have sought for so long. Such fatal hubris. You will pay for that accordingly. Witness how fragile your bonds really are.
What's happening to them?
I am sealing off the portal back to your world. It's what I should have done the moment you arrived here. I fear your emblem allies are too weak. They will be lost in the distortion between dimensions forevermore.
This cannot be the end. If we must part, remember all that we have done. Marth!
The emblems are...
I knew I'd have to say goodbye someday. But I thought there was time.
So much for your precious emblems. In a matter of moments, the portal will be shut for good. Take comfort, for I shall inflict no further harm upon your world. Though you will die here as I have lived, in anguish, far from home.
We can never go home? I've been ready to die from the start. Brodia, my land, I pray you endure.
It seems Elusia will never truly know me.
I'm sorry, Mother.
Worry not. I have no desire to prolong your suffering. When I am finished, not one trace of me in your world shall remain, as though I was never there at all.
I'll stop you.
Is that so?
Our fight isn't over. The portal's open. I can do this. If I give it my all, I can summon the emblems back to me. Look at how far we've come. Will you fight him at my side? Your faith in me gives me strength.
Yes, brother. I'm with you.
Vale.
I'll be with you every step of the way. I can't summon emblems, and I can't turn into a dragon. But I'm a royal dragon all the same. There's gotta be something I can do to help.
Yeah! We'll all be right there with you. You've done so much for each and every one of us. So this time, we're returning the favor!
This occasion is no different than any other. My belief in you has never once wavered.
Aw, yeah, bring it on! This is it, the final battle. Let us go forth and annihilate the enemy.
I really like that each of the characters that you're deploying gets their own little thing to say. That's kind of a nice touch.
If you have faith in the moon and stars above, our beloved emblems will return.
This is the part of the tale where we fall to the dark or rise to the light. Let's reach for the light.
No more sadness, Divine One. I'm tired of it. Let's get everyone through this. I believe in you. As your sister and fellow dragon, I'll do whatever it takes to help you stop Papa.
Divine One, this is for Father, and all the soldiers who have fallen along the way.
Victory will taste sweet after the bitterness of war. Please, allow me to cook up a triumph.
You have always been my source of strength. Allow my faith, just this once, to be yours.
There's a 100% discount on Lady Anna's aid services today. One-time offer, no refunds.
I'm worried. But you don't need my support either way. I know you'll see us through this.
I want us all to make it home alive. Be strong, Divine One. I believe in you.
Fight on, Divine One. Let us bring you and the emblems together once more.
Imbeciles. Your scrambling is both futile and pitiful.
Please, my friends. I need you all one last time. Once more. Let us engage! Shine on! Emblem of beginnings! Mark! Care for us, Emblem of Echoes, Celica! Provide for us, Emblem of the Holy War, Sigurd! Free us, Emblem of Genealogy, Leaf! Rise up, Emblem of Binding, Roy! Sweep across, Emblem of Blazing, Lynn! Restore calm, Emblem of the Sacred, Erica! Fight on, Emblem of Radiance, Ike! Heal us, Emblem of Dawn, Micaiah! Reignite us, Emblem of Awakening, Lucina! Bear your fangs, Emblem of Fates, Corin! Teach us, Emblem of the Academy, Violet! And of course, the final emblem. Connect us, Fire Emblem!
What?
We 13 emblems stand against you with our allies. The future may divide us once more, but here and now, we fight with one heart. This fight, this moment in time is all that matters.
What nonsense. You are the flicker of an ember, a dying light. You're nothing. The deeper your bonds, the greater your pain when those bonds crumble to dust. Why invite that inevitable pain upon yourself? Why allow such weakness to exist? Give up and perish, foolish child of mine.
Yes, you see me as a child. Foolish and weak. And maybe you're right. Maybe that's all I am. But I am not alone. And we're stronger when we stand together. The breaking of bonds can hurt. But when the bond is reforged, it comes back as strong as ever. Or stronger. And it brings an even greater hope. If people are willing to work for it, any bond can be brought back to life. And that's what I'll do. Every single time. For however long it takes. You won't leave this place. Because we're going to stop you. Get ready, Sombron. This ends now!
Is it time? Yes. All right. Whew, lots of cutscenes there. Let's see. So let's zoom out a little bit so we can actually see what we're doing. Actually, I think this is...
Right away.
Yeah, we can just take some of these guys out pretty much immediately. Ooh, lady... Oh, she's got L Thunder equipped, though. So we're just going to start dropping dudes. Let's start with Lady Anna. Getting rid of this guy. These guys all have legendary weapons, so we do have to be, like, a little bit careful. Okay, you can reach them. We should see. Sombron, will you move? Yes. And what do you have? Okay, you have Obscurite. 46 magic attack. Your speed is, like, pretty good, but not insane. I don't think you can double anybody who isn't my Great Knights. Yeah, the only ones he could actually get a double attack on would be my 2 Great Knights, which makes sense. Great Knights are not exactly known for their incredible speed. You can use Brionac here, which is a legendary spear with a 2-tile range.
And they lived happily ever after.
That'll take you out, and then we can just fall back a little bit.
Come and face
You, ooh, don't think you're getting much unless I get a crit, which is not likely. I could dance for Kagetsu. It's not a terrible plan.
Here goes.
You... What are my avoid chance? Very good. Okay. So let's just take a look at some of these weapons. This is a 1-tile range, and this one is 2. Okay. Just trying to figure out, like, exactly what we're up against here. If we can get rid of it... Oh, you have a bow as well. We need to be very aware of that. Maybe that's the guy we should actually take out, is Bow Dude. Although, let's engage here with Lyn, and let's have you stand next to Alir.
Emblem, engage!
Can you just drop Bow Dude? Let's see. Yeah, I'm slightly better here. Ooh, can't quite get there. Just not quite enough damage. Is close. I do have a potential solution. I don't love it, though. Yeah, I think what we're going to have to do is dance for Kagetsu. And then have Kagetsu go up there and kill the bow guy. Because he's, like, the only one that actually really scares me. Because if he hits one of my flyers, they'll just be dead. So let's be a little smart. We'll bring you back a little ways, get you out of fire. You can come up here. I think we need to go Killing Edge for the crit chance. Come on. There we go.
I am sorry.
Alright, that takes care of you. And then we can Kanto back so we're not in Sombron's range. You can come to here. Yeah, we'll just use the Silver Dagger. Okay. That's a few of these guys down. Bring you back. We could fly you up. And you can hit... yeah, that's fine. 27% chance. I've got healing abilities if I need them. Okay, that drops you. Bring you back again. Ivy is probably not going to be doing much here. Let's bring you up and have you try and take out this guy.
Hurry.
Close, but not quite. Still, you have Cantor. Alcris does. So we can finish you off with a longbow. And then just pull back a little bit to about here. And then everybody else, I'm pretty sure that no one else is within range. You got 40 resist. You could easily tank something. So let's just put you here.
I live to serve.
Everybody else is going to go... Might as well use the shield gambit. No reason not to.
Yes.
Everybody else just go charging up.
I'll dish it out.
I won't lose.
Let's bring you all up here. There we go. This will be the easy part.
You are pathetic.
Let's see what kind of damage this does.
Me to be a divine dragon was not enough. Patricide. Unforgivable.
We'll see if he can even hit me, first of all.
You killed your own children. Tried to destroy the world for your selfish desires. You're the one who is beyond forgiveness.
I said your world meant nothing to me. Its people, my children. You. Once I leave, I will forget you. Even if we met again, I would not recall your face.
In other words, you'll make the same mistakes as before. So which of us is pathetic?
I love it when they attack me and don't deal any damage, and then I hit them for quite a bit. Gotta love it.
Simple enough.
And that's why blade weapons are terrible, because you got to attack first and just kill him before he had a chance to do anything. Okay, that one actually hit, but he's dead. Okay, so now he's guarded by a couple of these guys, but we can do something about that. And we got a few options. You cannot actually get to anyone, so I'm just going to put you here, I guess. Actually, we may want to heal somebody with you. You have a physics staff, right? Yeah. So let's just drop a little heal on Alir.
Kind of you.
Okay. Send that to the convoy. Looks like there's not much left in the way of other enemies. Let's do this. Oh, you got Chain Guard. I mean, I could tank that hit easily enough. I'd prefer to get rid of the mages, though. Or the, these guys here. Although they become significantly less important. Like, they're chain guarding each other. We should be able to finish him off this... not with that, we're not. Yeah, we probably don't want to bring our Great Knights up. I'm just thinking about this. If you had Cantor, that would be much better. Yeah, the thing is, I don't know, just because of positioning, I don't think we actually have enough to get up close and personal with all of them this turn. But we can do some pretty significant damage to these guys. So that'll hit both monks, and then we can canter away. And we should be able to kill at least one of the monks, or both. We should be able to get both of them here.
Serves you right.
And we'll be able to take down a health bar or two from Sombron, but we're not going to be able to take him out entirely. Just out of curiosity, would you be able to kill me? Not even close. So we can longbow to take out this monk. And we might be able to get enough on Sombron to finish him off, but it's not. It's going to be pretty close. Let's see. You do a decent amount. The thing is, he's just got a ton of health. Like 76. Yeah, that's my highest hit chance. I think we go for it.
You fought so.
Missed. Rip. That's fine. He's only doing 4 to me. But I'm sure that this is not his final form, so to speak. This would also be enough to drop a health bar.
Goodbye.
Okay. That's good. What about you? That's not going to be enough. Like, it's a decent amount, but it's just not enough. What if we engage with you?
Emblem Eternal.
And we can bond blast. Yeah, that will drop a full health bar. So what we do is this: we come up here, we dance for Alchrist, who's a very fast, speedy unit and can attack twice before you get the chance to attack back. And we're not doing as much here as I need to. 6% crit chance. Let's see. He's got, what, 60 HP? So we would actually need to crit on both of these. I think we're better off going for this one and hoping we can get a Luna activation and drop his defense in half. Which did not happen, unfortunately. But now we can bring Chloe up and finish him off with Brionac. Or Brionac, or however you want to pronounce it.
You were beautiful while you lasted.
Dropping another health bar. We bring you back. Do I have any healers left? No. Okay, so I'm not going to be able to heal anyone this turn. So let's just put you here. And you can come up here. Grab this. And then last but not least, me and Ivy together.
With the Divine Dragon,
Engage blast.
But that was way too easy. I'm sure there's a second phase.
This is not over.
We'll have to fight him in his big dragon form, I'm assuming. After some cutscenes and stuff.
You worms.
Sombron called reinforcements. But what are they?
You thought I sat idly, waiting for you to arrive. I could not bring back my emblem, but I summoned others of equal power. Dark emblems, who once plunged their worlds into despair.
Dark emblems?
That presence. So familiar. Yes. These are the foes we fought in our original forms.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Perhaps we should match each emblem to their own enemy. But I can't sense who is who. We should move closer. With caution.
Okay, Dark Barrier. A barrier made by the Dark Emblems that reduces damage to Fel Sombron. Defeat Dark Emblems to weaken the barrier. Okay, that's easy enough. Dark Emblems are powerful foes, but they are susceptible to attacks from units synced or engaged with an emblem from their world. Okay. Does that mean that they can also be destroyed by... Like, can I just attack regularly as well? Or, I guess these are... I see. So, the ones... Oh, I see. They have like a little Fel Dragon icon on them. So... Looks like I can just take you out anyway, though. Like... Corrupted and Shadow Dragon. I mean, I know that Lucina is not from that. But yeah, we can just do a ton of damage to these guys anyway. So, that's fine. We do need to be very aware of this whole thing. Fel Assault. You have Howling Beam with an infinite hit chance. Okay. So, basically, he can't move. But anything within 3 tiles of him, he can mess up pretty badly. So, let's be smart about this. So, we want to get everybody out of his attack range. For obvious reasons. Let's just focus on taking out a couple emblems here. It looks like there's 4. Just trying to figure out. Okay, let's just get to it. Let's just start destroying things.
I'm unbeatable.
Then we'll have you scoot back to here. We do want to highlight this to make sure that we don't have anyone in his way. You can finish off... Actually, let's put you here. Because then you can also attack those other ones. The reinforcements or whatever. Okay. That's one guy down. Unfortunately, I wish it would actually say a little bit more about which enemies specifically they're supposed to be, but that's all good. Alright, so that's one down. You can just shoot this guy twice.
Quickly now.
There we go. Got a Luna activation. So that finishes you off. Can scoot you up just a little bit. And then can I take you out with Ivy? Yes.
I have it!
All right. That is 2 down. I think there are 4, but I'm assuming what'll happen is, like, we'll kill the emblems, and then the burial will go down, we'll take one of his health bars, and then the burial will pop back up, is my assumption. I don't know if that's actually how it's going to work, but that's what I'm guessing. All right, let's get everybody out of his attack range. Start moving you to, like, here. We definitely don't want to be anywhere near Lord Sombron's infinite I can hit you guaranteed attack. That sounds awful. Yeah, you're probably fine to come and absorb like 1 attack. Jean and Byleth, you're going to need a healer, so we'll send Chloe over this way. Send Anna up here. Or maybe here. Yeah, if you want to attack Anna, like, go right ahead.
Great help.
Move you there, and you can come here. Okay.
We could have been friends.
We're not doing much to this guy, but we'll be able to take him out with magic next turn very easily. And it looks like Sombron himself doesn't move, so...
Are you watching?
Okay, decent damage. Like, as long as we stay out of his attack range, then we're good. Good dodge. And these other allies, like, they're not doing anything. Or these other reinforcements, they're just regular enemies with regular weapons. So nothing I'm overly concerned about.
My goodness, how awful!
Okay. You come up here. We'll let you take this one out.
Were you raised by wolves?
Okay, very good. And we can bring you up. Who has magic? Vale has magic. Let's let you do this. Although you do have... Okay, we're good. I was gonna say, he does have a ranged weapon, so there is that, but it's fine. Alir, come on up here. You should be able to handle those guys pretty easily. Not really a huge fan of that. I'm gonna need you up here as well. We definitely don't want you... Tell you what, let's do this. So we can actually see what we're doing. We'll let Alir kind of work his way up. Sort of send those people that way. Bonet, you're probably not doing much here. I think what we'll do is we'll just use Ivy to take these two guys out. Or at least one of them. Because we do want to kind of stick together. So let's move you to here. You can take out this one.
I'll apologize later.
Beautiful. And then we can have you canto forward. Okay. Oh, I just realized, in order to get past this guy, I need magic. And, okay, we're going to need to use Ivy. That's fine.
Thank you.
So we'll take this one.
Quickly now.
Easy. And then Lady Anna will have to come up here to take out this one.
Hurry.
Because these guys have such thick armor that Kagetsu just... Even though Kagetsu is an absolute beast, he's not getting through that armor. At least not in any, like, reasonable amount of time. We can move you up, though, so you can tank some hits and stuff, and that should be good. We're making progress. Okay, not a huge fan of that.
I won't forget you. No!
Rude. Yeah, those chain attacks. If I'm going to lose a unit, it's probably going to be because of chain attacks. That or like some crazy nonsense, like reinforcements showing up and being able to attack the same turn, or You know, something goofy like that. Okay, you come up here. Blast this guy. Okay, canter away. Chloe. Is Brionac my best weapon? Yeah, by a pretty significant margin, actually. Or at least damage-wise it is. Although, the Killer Lance does have better crit. But I think we'll just stick with Brionac here.
Simple enough.
Like, if I can take him out that way, then that's better. Yeah, let's put you, like, here. Can you kill this guy in one go? Yep. Good, good, good.
My goodness, how awful!
Okay, and then we can put you, like, here. And then Alir. You can take out this one.
I won't falter.
So there's another chunk of the barrier down. It's not completely destroyed, but it's partially destroyed. Let's move you to here. You can come here. Vale, you're just going to kind of hang out. Same with you. All right, let's see. So I think it makes sense to have you shoot this guy from a distance.
Quickly now. You're much more skilled.
Okay, Speed Taker's good. Let's put you here. You're in an unfortunate spot. I do have a plan. I wish you had Kanto, because I could do this, but then you would tank a hit from Sombron, which is just not... That's not okay. I don't expect that to go well at all. Let's maybe move you to, like, here. Heal up Kagetsu.
My good friend.
And then we can bring you to here to hopefully kill this guy. I just need one of these two to crit, which is a 60% chance. Beautiful. And then I'm actually just going to set you... Actually, you're wearing heavy armor, so let's not do that. Let's put you here. And then I suppose we could use Lady Anna to take you out. I don't hate it. I don't love it either, but I don't hate it. Okay, very good. We're getting there. You can move to here. You'll be safe. Dancer, come up here and dance.
Thank you.
And then move you. And then I don't think... Okay, you can't move. So we can shoot at you a couple times. If we get a Luna activation, this will still do damage.
I won't miss.
Not bad. Considering we weren't supposed to do any damage whatsoever to him, I'm pretty happy with that. Scoot you back a little. All right. Let's see what happens. All right, so you're going to heal that guy up. That's fine. He will die very soon. You will also die.
That is that.
And if the other wolf goes for Panette, the other wolf will die as well.
Let's have some fun. Are you raised
All right.
by wolves?
Poisoned, but that's okay. All right, so now, yeah, all we got left is this one dude. So I think let's use you. Actually, let's take this guy out with you instead. Because we're not going to, like, we might as well use you for something, and he's not going to do anything to the guy that's wearing super heavy armor. Let's just put you here. Let's get a little bit of a heal onto... I don't really want to use a full-blown... Let's maybe just use this. We'll just use a mend on you, even though that's like super overkill, but... Like, I don't know if this is going to be one of those situations where every hit point matters. It may be. It may not be. There's only one way to find out. So, you... Actually, let's use Lady Anna first.
I have it!
Thanks for the business!
Okay. And this should be the final piece of the barrier then.
We meet again, Duma.
Oh.
Though I'm not sure you are him. Please, do no more harm. Allow your great and weary soul the rest it deserves.
Quickly now!
Beautiful. And there goes the barrier.
The shield is gone.
Okay. Now the thing is, I don't think we can do a whole lot to him right now. Like, I'm sure I could probably take out a health bar, maybe 2, something like that, but like, we need to be able to like rush at him. Although, how many units do I actually have left? Not as most of my strong units. Like, we could take down a couple. How much? He has physical attack of 53. I wish it showed what his magic 58. Yeah, I mean, I should be able to deal with any of these. He's not that fast. He's super slow. Right? And he stays slow with any of his weapons equipped. Yes. Attacks. This would attack everyone within 3 spaces. But I do have a couple of staves that would make a difference. So, let's move you. Let's just start beating on him. Where is Alir? You go first. Although I'd like to engage. Byleth. I might actually be able to do this. I do have the Byleth emblem right here. This might be possible. It'll be close. Let's see. So you can get to here. Yeah, with good use of Canter, I might be able to do this. Let's see. Let's engage.
Let's get brawling!
Which will give me a tiny bit of extra damage on you. Can I get closer than that? No. So we'll have to go for this. We could do this instead, which gives me still only a 10% crit chance. Yeah, I think we'll go for this one.
I have it!
And he hit me, but then I get a bunch of that health back. So then we put you here. Wait, does yours current attack? No, it doesn't. It doesn't say it poisons. Oh, but you were already poisoned from before. Right. Okay. So then we bring you to here. Have you hit him with this, which will take out a health bar.
I'm sorry.
But then he heals all the way back up to full, because of course he does. And then You're going for physical attacks right now? Yeah, that's a lot of damage. Not a huge fan of that. So, let's go here. Also, what can we do from this side? Anything? You could come up here and just fire... Actually, let's engage. Because I'm pretty sure that the high-end bow that we get from you is super effective against dragons. Yeah, there we go. Wow, that is not nearly as effective as I thought it was going to be. That's doing... Really? Are you not a dragon? Like, it says you're a dragon. Vulnerable to weapons with effective Fell Dragon. I see. So it doesn't... He doesn't actually count as a full-blown dragon. For the purpose of weapons. It's only stuff that's effective against Fell Dragons. That's good to know. Okay. Well, in that case, let's do this. Although we should still engage, I think. And then we'll attack. I mean, it really doesn't matter which one we go with. Might as well go for this one, because it has slightly higher stats and stuff. Okay. Take a hit there, but that's fine. And then we'll just pull you back. And then, how much HP do you have? 52. So, like, we could hit you, but that wouldn't do the job. That doesn't do enough. He still has 2 full health bars left as well, which is pretty rough. If I engage with Roy...
We'll devour our enemies.
None of these are great. This does the most damage. Oh, he only hits me back for 1. Alternatively, we could go Blazing Lion and just light a ton of fires underneath him, but I think what we want to do is just go for damage. Since he's only doing 1 damage because this is considered a physical attack, we can get him pretty low. And then Hortensia can come up here and finish him off, or at least take off another health bar. Like so. I have made a mistake. Hold on. We need... I made a pretty small mistake. Nothing too crazy, but actually what we need to do is come to here and finish him off.
Hurry!
And then we just bring you here. And then last but not least, Alir will be able to come up here and go for something along these lines. Do we want to just engage here? Probably.
Lend me your strength.
We'll go for maybe Lodestar Rush. Yeah, definitely best off using this one, is what it looks like. Alternatively, we may also just want to engage with a different ally. Let's see. What if we bring you up? You're not doing a ton. Byleth we need for something else. You should have a ton of... like, you should be able to eat this hit, no problem. I think we're going to try and finish him off here. I think it might actually be possible. He's only got 1 health, essentially 2 health bars right now. So if we attack, or I'm sorry, we go Combat Arts. We go Atrocity. It doesn't do as much as I'd like. And actually, he's still hitting for 22 damage. So let's actually go for this instead, because then he doesn't get to hit me back.
Strategy in motion.
Okay. That takes care of you. And now Lear should be able... Still can't quite finish the job, huh? Alright. All that defense. I mean, we might as well engage, right?
Emblem, engage!
With Ike. We don't want to go Great Aether, though. Ooh, that does a lot. Yeah, let's do this one. We have a 100% chance to hit. We'll take 11 in return, which isn't terrible. Okay. Now he's pretty low. Just out of curiosity, would you do anything? No, not really. So he's at 28 HP. So now what we could do is dance for, I guess, Celica. It doesn't really matter, I don't think.
Great help.
If I do Celica or Alchrist. But let's get you over here. Bring you up. Have you hit him for... Yep, that'll be enough.
Quick me now. Allow me.
Okay. Last health bar. All right, Alir, your turn. Come up here. Let's engage with Veil. Come to here. Dragon Blast. That does very little. That does a decent amount. Which does more. 42, 22, 18, 22. Yeah, so definitely this one. So we'll go for this. Oh, because I wasn't actually standing next to... I see. It's fine. Because now...
Help me, Emblem!
Jean engages with Byleth. And let's just let 4 more units act again. And this is how we finish him off. Right here. And I think we let Alir do it.
I'll help.
There we go. Fell Dragon defeated.
Then I will be denied my reunion.
That you will.
We've won, Sombron.
Now I will never return home. Perhaps that is just as well. I am tired. Tired of searching in every shadow.
For the Emblem of Foundations?
I would look in sunless woods, gloomy caves, the shade of a dead tree. In such places, I felt my emblem again. Now, that is all over.
You chose to be alone, yet continued to look for this emblem. Why?
Perhaps I wanted someone to appreciate how far I had come, all on my own. Someone to see me, who I am. After millennia of being cast away.
I could have been that person. Or Vale, or our siblings. Why didn't you let us? Why choose to start these wars?
I need no connections. Not in your world.
Even at the end, you don't want to be a father to us. Very well. You'll be only the fell dragon. An evil that we slayed. That's how we'll remember you.
Do as you please. I have been alone for all this time. Why should my death be different? I do not need mercy or pity. I will fade in this place, apart from the one I yearn to see.
Do you remember the invocation?
What?
The invocation for the Emblem of Foundations.
I have tried. Again and again I said the words. It was no use.
Still, it couldn't hurt to try. One last time.
All right. Burn. Burn us, Emblem of Foundations. Oh, this light. Oh, at last we meet again.
Papa? I don't see anyone.
I don't either. It must be someone only he can see. An old friend. The one person he truly let in.
You and I. Let us be on our way. Once more. Engage.
And that's the end of him, I guess.
Papa.
He's gone. And the ring for the Emblem of Foundations. That's gone with him. Our fight is over. Let's go home. It's time to shut this portal, once and for all.
I'm curious who the Emblem of Foundations would be.
The portal is closing. Once it's shut, the war ends, and balance returns to the world.
We did it!
Oh, it's really time to say goodbye.
This was a wonderful journey. Thank you for letting us share it with you.
No. Thank you, Marth. I'm so sad to see you go. But it's time to stand tall and say goodbye. Thank you for keeping your promise. You really were my ally, my friend, through it all. I just hope I'll be strong enough for whatever lies ahead.
You will be. You're already much stronger than 1,000 years ago. Or the day you awakened. I know you'll carry on the Emblem's legacy. And your mother's. We will not be here to help you anymore. Now, it's your turn to help others. As the Divine Dragon, and as an Emblem.
I will.
You're not doing this alone. We'll be there to support you, brother.
We can't replace Marth and the others, but we'll do what we can.
Yes. Please, don't worry. It's no good. Here come the tears.
I wish we didn't have to lose you.
We were just getting to know you, and now... goodbye forever?
Please do not cry.
But...
this world's burdens are yours to shoulder. Meet them proudly, You should not always hold back tears. But please, for now, try to.
I agree. I'd like for us to part with smiles on our faces. That's how I want us to remember each other. In joy, not sorrow.
Me too.
I guess that's goodbye to the emblems. I'm a little curious why Alir
It
gets to stay.
seems this is goodbye. But we'll never bid farewell to what we learned together.
I think they're going to do a individual send-off for every emblem.
I'll miss you, but I know you'll choose the right paths to walk.
And it looks like each of the emblems is going to say something sort of related to the theme of their game.
We'll always be together in spirit, no matter the distance. Build a bright future.
Don't worry. I can see that your lives will be filled with hope and happiness.
Go out and create a better world. I know you can. I know you will.
I will be praying for you. Praying that your world is filled with kindness and laughter. Wherever you go, may the blessings of Mother Earth and Father Sky follow.
I'm glad to have known you. I hope you make an Arcadia of this land.
Also, they're working back in reverse chronological order of the game, the order of the games as they came out.
If your nations band together, there is no hardship you cannot overcome.
Know love as well as grief. Honor your bonds. Carry the light, and nothing will be impossible.
Lead with compassion, Divine One, and may your happiness be eternal.
This is the moment. So it is. Thank you. You are a member of our family. The emblem who connects us all. If ever we cross paths again. No. When we cross paths again, I hope that you will remember us. We who existed together for this time. The 13 emblems.
Of course I'll remember you. Everything about you. And all the times we shared. Even when we're apart. We'll always be connected. Thank you for standing with me. Until the very end.
And that's the last one. Unless Alir himself
Goodbye,
also
emblems.
disappears.
My family.
Despite
you
the
gave me
fact.
courage, strength, and inspiration. I will follow your example. Always. I promise.
I guess I get to stick around because I'm
Let's go
special.
back home, everyone. Back to Helios.
All right. And that is it. That is the game. I believe there may be another cutscene or something after the credits. We'll see. But now it gives us kind of a little synopsis of each chapter and probably the paralogs as well to give us kind of an idea of all the things we did. So, couple thoughts on this game. I did enjoy it a lot. I thought it was really good. I mean, to be fair, I have never played a Fire Emblem game that I did not love. Every single Fire Emblem game I've ever played, I thought was worth playing. I'd say this, at least first impressions, this is definitely not my favorite Fire Emblem game. I think I liked it better than Three Houses. Primarily because I feel I could get into a whole discussion about Three Houses and the sort of flaws that Three Houses have. I will say I thought the story in Engage was probably one of the weaker ones of the Fire Emblem games I've played. And the characters and writing, there were, of course, some good characters. I really did like Ivy. I liked Vale. I liked Diamant. There were a handful of characters that I thought were really good and really compelling and well written. But there was also a lot of characters that just were kind of grating, especially in the early game. I was talking with a friend somewhere around like chapter 8 or so, and just talking about sort of the cast, and I'm like, I don't really like any of these people. They're all annoying or boring. And to be fair, as we got into support conversations, especially the later support conversations for some of those characters, I did kind of warm up to them, like Chloe, for example. But for the most part, I don't think that a lot of the characters were that great, at least when compared to the cast of other Fire Emblem games. I thought they were fine. I mean, it's not... The thing is, I can't really look at this game like in a vacuum. I can't help but compare it to other Fire Emblem games that I've played. And I think that from like a writing perspective, you know, the story, the characters, I think Engage was one of the... I wouldn't necessarily say it was the weakest, but it was probably somewhere kind of in the middle or the lower middle of the Fire Emblem games that I've played. However, Fire Emblem games are not just the story. There's a lot more to them, and I thought the actual gameplay of Engage was really good. I think it was an improvement gameplay-wise over Three Houses for sure. You know, it's kind of funny. Three Houses, the other Fire Emblem game that came out for Switch, was kind of the opposite. I thought the writing and the characters in Three Houses were absolutely fantastic. Just a super great story, an awesome cast of characters and stuff like that. And like the battles and stuff were pretty good, but there was a lot of tedium in Three Houses during the sort of between battle sections when you're exploring like the university and stuff. And if you haven't played Three Houses, then essentially Three Houses had this whole idea of like a home base, much like we had the Somniel in Engage. But the difference is that there were very few things on the Somniel that I actually felt were mandatory to do between every battle. It was pretty much the arena, which was 3 quick battles to give units a little extra experience, and running around and gathering all the items that were there for free. That took, you know, maybe a minute to run like a little loop around the Somniel, and then having lunch with somebody. You could go and you could have lunch, and that would boost your support your support rankings with them and give you some extra stats. And that was basically it. The actual stuff to do, my errands that I kept referring to on the Somniel in Engage, took me maybe, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 minutes, something like that. Whereas in Three Houses, all that between battle stuff took like 15, 20 minutes. There was so much more of it. And if you didn't do all the things, it felt like you were nerfing your characters. And that really kind of was the big problem with Three Houses, at least for me. It really kind of ruined my enjoyment of the game, or at least brought it down from where it would have otherwise been, because it was just a lot of tedium, and it almost felt like doing chores between every battle, you know? And it just kind of took a lot of the fun of Three Houses out for me. So I think cutting back on a lot of that stuff and making a lot more of those things optional. Like, a lot of those systems are still there. You can still go fishing in Engage. You can still have dinner with people. You can still do these other little activities and mini games and stuff. Give gifts to people, etc., etc. But it didn't feel like it was mandatory in Engage. Whereas in Three Houses, it really felt like it did, because you needed to have everybody recruited as quickly as possible. You needed to make sure that they were getting the proper buffs and stat bonuses. And like, it was just, that was really the big flaw of Three Houses for me. And Engage cut a lot of that stuff either out entirely or just dialed it back and made it optional, which I think was a huge step in the right direction, for sure. But I thought the battles were good. I thought the class and skill system was pretty good overall. I would definitely have liked to have seen more SP, the resource that you use for buying skills from emblems. It felt like in order to unlock more than like 1 or 2 super cheap skills, I basically had to grind skirmishes like crazy, which I did. I'll have to look at the save file to see exactly how many hours I have in on this playthrough, but I'm pretty sure I'm at like almost 100 hours. And a lot of that was spent doing skirmishes and stuff like that to try and get SP and to try and get some of my characters leveled up and stuff like that. And the skill system was not super clear about like what skills you would have equipped when you had a ring, when you were like using a ring, versus what skills you'd have to purchase separately. There was a little bit of confusion there. I did figure it out eventually, but it just wasn't super clear that when you have a ring on a character, they don't automatically get all of the skills that you can get from that ring, up to their appropriate bond level, of course, just by having that ring equipped. There are certain skills that you actually have to inherit in order to use them, even if the character is wearing the ring for that skill, which wasn't super clear at first. And you really only got 2 skill slots to play around with of like customizable skills, which is pretty limited compared to a lot of other games in the series. I mean, obviously you can get a whole bunch of different skills from the rings, but it just felt like there was a little bit less in the way of customization. With that said, I don't think it was a huge problem. I think it was fine overall. I definitely think that pretty much all of the units in this game are viable for use. Some of them might take a little bit more work than others. Some of them maybe not so much. I mean, I think some clear standouts were definitely most of the nobles from the various countries. I think the 2 that you get first from Firene, Alfred and his sister, is it Celine? Those 2 I thought fell off pretty hard and weren't super good. But all the rest of them were well, although to be fair, we didn't actually use the ones from Solm, from the desert country. We didn't use the singing spear girl and the bow knight, whatever their names were. But I thought that Ivy and Hortensia both were fantastic units, and that Diamant and Elchrist were both really good too. I will say Elchrist, if I would have stopped using Elchrist if it weren't for the Lindis ring. The Lindis ring on Elchrist is really what made him so good, because of that engage skill that let him essentially snipe one unit from 20 tiles away. That's really why I kept using him, because having that versatility to just take out a single really troublesome enemy from basically anywhere on the map was super useful. And I thought Elchrist was the best choice for that. Now, Diamant was great. Ivy, obviously, very powerful. Hortensia really became powerful as well. Lady Anna, just an absolute powerhouse, although admittedly it did take a lot to get her to that point. Gold in this game is honestly in really short supply unless you kind of abuse Lady Anna's money-getting skill. And that's what I kind of did. That's why she became so insanely powerful, is because there was a lot of skirmishes that I just quite literally soloed with Lady Anna. I gave her enough avoid that she could dodge everything, and then basically just put her into a skirmish and let her kill everything and get a ton of gold. I don't know if I would necessarily say she's one of the best units in the game from a power level perspective, but she definitely was one of the most valuable units for me just because of how scarce gold is overall. What else? I'm trying to think who else is... Kagetsu became insanely powerful. He was a really top tier unit for me for sure. I'd say the units that really became the most powerful for me were Kagetsu, Lady Anna, and then honestly probably Alir. Those three really could kind of carry the team, which we saw in battles several times, where I would send Anna one way and Kagetsu a different way and let them just essentially handle like an entire chunk of the battlefield by themselves, and that was really valuable. I will say I did a lot of grinding with skirmishes and stuff like that, partly because, as I said before, I felt like I almost had to in order to get SP and gold, and to get certain units caught up and things like that. But as a result, I did end up fairly over-leveled, I think, which definitely reduced the challenge a bit. Duh, of course it did. When you grind a ton of extra levels and you're fighting lower-leveled enemies, then, like, yeah, obviously it's going to be way easier. So I might do another playthrough. I almost certainly won't do it on YouTube, but I might do another playthrough just on my own time, where I don't do a bunch of crazy grinding, and also where I don't use Tiki's ring. The Tiki DLC ring is insane because it allows you to essentially give every unit improved stat growths, and combining that with a bunch of level ups, and I mean, essentially every unit becomes Jean, where they get just great growths over time. So I might do a run on my own that tries without Tiki and without tons and tons of skirmishes and grinding, and just kind of see how it plays out. Use different characters as well for the most part. But overall, it was a lot of fun. I thought it was a really good game. I enjoyed it for sure. Had a great time with it. I will certainly play it again. And I'm, obviously going to be looking forward to the next Fire Emblem game, whenever that comes out in a couple of years. As I said, I have never played a Fire Emblem game that I didn't enjoy. I thought every Fire Emblem game I've ever played, I thought has been pretty fantastic. So, I may do another video, one more after this, or I may not. I don't know. We'll have to see. I need some time to kind of gather my thoughts and think about things. But I may do another video that's just kind of final thoughts, not necessarily like a full-blown review of the game, but more of like a sort of retrospective, now that I've played it, here are kind of my feelings about it, without necessarily getting into a review sort of, should you not buy this game, etc., etc. I'll also say there's a lot of stuff in Fire Emblem Engage that does not really appeal to me, but that is really sort of a personal preference sort of thing. I am not a fan of like anime. Like, it's just, I just don't really enjoy anime, and there's a lot of anime tropes in Fire Emblem. It's a game made in Japan with an anime art style and a lot of anime tropes, and like, I understand that, and I appreciate Fire Emblem for what it is, and I enjoy the gameplay of Fire Emblem and stuff like that, but a lot of the tropes that kind of bled into Engage from anime, they're just not my cup of tea. And and with that said, it's a personal preference thing. You know, there's a lot of people out there who absolutely love anime, and they're all for the, you know, sort of annoying, whiny little characters like Hortensia, and you know, I think it really was kind of demonstrated with a lot of the like character support conversations and stuff like that, where you'd have various characters who were really kind of defined by one or maybe two quirks, which like that part doesn't bother me. You know, characters being sort of defined by a handful, like one or two sort of memorable little things about them. I think that's honestly a really good way to do characters. Because it makes them each memorable. You remember that, oh, Bonet, he's the food guy. He's a chef. Oh, Anna, she's a merchant. She sells things. Oh, Rosado, he wants to be pretty. Or like, I mean, we didn't really do much with Rosado, to be fair. He kind of sat on the bench the whole time. But you sort of remember these characters. Kagetsu, oh, he likes onigiri, right? Like, you remember these things about them. And I think that's great. But it sort of becomes a little bit jarring, or I don't want to use the word annoying because I think that's too strong of a word, but it becomes a little bit of a negative point for me when those personalities then become extremely over the top. Like Hortensia, like... who was it? Fram in the very beginning of the game, the clan sister. I think it was Fram. You know, some of those personalities, or just the sort of whole like worship of the player character, of the main character of Alear. You know, a lot of that kind of stuff. I was like, okay, you know, it just was a little bit too far for me, a little bit too over the top. But then again, I realized that that's really a personal preference thing, and some people will probably love that about Fire Emblem. Whereas for me, it's just not really my cup of tea. But yeah, I think it was a very solid Fire Emblem game. I really did appreciate, as someone who is a veteran of the franchise and who has played a lot of Fire Emblem over the years, I really did appreciate the sort of emblem ring, you know, bringing back these main characters from previous titles. It was really cool to see Lindis, for example, with an updated 3D model that wasn't, you know, Game Boy Advance pixelated graphics and actually voice acted. You know, that was really cool for me. Now, I certainly wouldn't want them to do that in every Fire Emblem game. I think there's a time and a place for fan service like that. And this is kind of a special occasion because if I remember correctly, it's like the 25th anniversary of Fire Emblem or something long. It was some anniversary. I want to say the 25th anniversary of Fire Emblem for this game. And that's why it kind of was done that way, right? Where they had a lot of this fan service, bringing old characters back, inserting, you know, things from past titles, etc. So it was kind of a celebration of Fire Emblem as a whole. And because of that, I really appreciated seeing some of those old characters from, you know, from my childhood, you know, reappearing on the Switch, 3D models, voice acted. I thought that was really cool. But yeah, overall, I'd say solid game. I enjoyed it. I will certainly play it again at some point. Not my favorite Fire Emblem, but certainly not my least favorite Fire Emblem either. I'd say it's somewhere in the middle. Looks like we could get one final cutscene, though. Or maybe a couple.
Today's the day of my coronation. Today, I'll be crowned the Divine Dragon King. I had hoped that all of you would be standing by my side for the occasion. But I guess not.
Shine on! Emblem of Beginnings!
Worth a try. I wonder if we'll ever meet again.
Aha! I knew we'd find you in here!
We must have looked everywhere.
Everyone.
The coronation is going to start any minute now.
All right. Time to get changed, unless you're wearing that.
Yeah, I guess I should, huh? Huh?
Oh, hurry up! Come on!
Oh, okay. I'm coming.
Someday, in the future, our paths may cross once more. Our bonds can be reforged time and again. Whenever you desire, you need only say the word.
Engage!
And I believe that is the end. We save. I'm assuming it's going to... Yep, back to the title screen. So there we go. Guys, this has been Fire Emblem Engage. I hope you enjoyed the series. I may or may not do a final thoughts, one more video that's not really gameplay, but just sort of my thoughts on the game in more detail once I've really had time to sort of sit down and think about it and all that kind of stuff. But I think that is going to do it for this one. Guys, if you enjoyed the video and if you enjoyed this series, you know what to do. Links in the description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, my friends, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.